Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm here for Mod Wives Season 6, Episode 4. Um, Before we get into that though, I know one of my subscribers told me that, he had a hard time hearing me during one of my last videos or whatever. I tried to rectify the situation. I tried to do some test runs or whatever. I just, like it be sounding fine on the app that I use, and the app that I use is called Cyberlink UCam, and that comes on my laptop. So, yeah. So I guess between that and uploading it, actually uploading on YouTube, the sound quality changes or whatever. So yeah, I don't know what to do right now. You know what I'm saying? I apologize if any of you other guys have to strain to hear me or whatever, but I don't know what to do right now. Just all I can say is just bear with me. I mean, my birthday is in March. Hopefully, I'll be able to buy me a camera or something. I mean, regardless, as time goes along, with this channel and everything, I do plan on getting better equipment anyway. But yeah, just try to bear with me, you guys. In the meantime, um, put your headphones in, turn your volume up to the loudest, the max power or whatever, and just that's all I can, that's all I can say right now. I really do apologize, but yeah, let's just get into this. I'm gonna be honest. This episode wasn't all that to me. Um, I'm tired of shit right now, you guys. It's 5 something in the morning. I had to rewatch the episode because I watched it when it came on at 8 o'clock. I was walking in as it was on, but and I tried to watch it again when it came right back on at 9 o'clock, but I fell asleep. So yeah, um, yeah. Let's just get into it. I'm just going off of memory of what I remember. Um, Drita and Ange, they meet up, they having the conversation. Drita saying how all the girls are liars. Whatever. Ange is saying, Carla was mad because Drita had told Ange about the situation with, her ex boyfriend, the domestic situation. And Big Ange was like, you told me because you knew I'd be concerned about her or whatever, this, that, and the third. Something like that she was saying. And Big Ange agreed with Drita's statement or whatever. And she starts getting into her husband and how he's not really doing nothing, as far as the house is concerned. Like, he's not really paying any bills. Like, he needs to step up to the plate, ever since the Drunken Monkeys closed, closed. She's been having a hard time maintaining, you know what I'm saying? And later on we do see her talking to her husband, and she do be kind of seeming like she be mean to him or whatever. I didn't watch the whole when she was on couples therapy or whatever, but I did hear she was mean to him up there. I was just like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just that scene, she did kind of seem like she was really being mean. You know what I'm saying? And like she was like, where's the money? I need the money. Like everything is just about fucking money. You married to this man. You took vows with this man. And I mean, I understand shit is rough right now, whatever, this, that, and the third. I mean, he just got a second job with her brother or whatever. And she was like, but she hasn't seen no paychecks or whatever, this, that, and the third. And like she just be talking to him like she be trying to emasculate him. And I don't like that. I don't like that, Ange. That ain't right, girl. And what else? Like he was fighting back though. He wasn't just sitting there taking that shit. He told her like this is your dream house or whatever. Like basically he didn't ask for this shit. You know what I'm saying? She paid $10,000 for a couch instead of paying 5,000. I said, who in the Sam hell would even pay 5,000? I guess moving on, he was like, fuck it. He was on his way. He left out and went to work or whatever. What else happened? Karen and Renee, they have a conversation. Renee has decided to take up a hobby of planting flowers. But yeah, her and Karen, they have a conversation about Storm, and Storm, he is fine. He is fine. You know, I kind of like them dudes that's kind of got, you know, the meat on their bones. So yeah, so she's having a conversation with Renee about her problems with Storm, how things are getting worse. She was out, you know, she was like that he can be out all hours of the night, especially now that he got this new club, but when she does it, it's a problem. You know, she was out with one of her friends, and he's calling her irate, you know, talking about some who you with and this, that, and the third. And, you know, she gets home to find him and waiting for her in the living room. And he starts going off on her, starts wilding the fuck out on her, threw her phone, broke the shit. And that's why Renee ain't been able to get in contact with her, because she don't have a phone right now. I'm sorry. I'm not with the whole like domestic kind of stuff when it comes to relationships. I'm not with, you know, people putting their hands on each other on both sides. But if a motherfucker breaks my motherfucking phone, I'm breaking their motherfucking face. I mean, it would just have to be a ball out fallout that day, because that's just to throw my phone, really. And 9 times out of 10, he probably don't pay the motherfucking bill, and then sitting up here asking her all these motherfucking questions like he paid any bills in that bitch. I mean, she was saying that, you know, you could tell he was drunk, this, that, and the third. I'm sorry, drunk or not, motherfuckers need to act like they got some goddamn sense. If you won't be acting like that when you drunk, my friend, you don't need to be drinking. For real. This is a bunch of foolishness. Moving on from that, what else happened? Oh yeah, they met up later or whatever, Storm and Karen. Her intentions, because Renee had, you know, of course told her, like she always tells her, she just needs to end it with Storm, this, that, and the third. And Karen, you know, she's like, yeah, I do, whatever. They meet up in the park later on, Karen and Storm, and pretty much they don't break up. Because he been loyal to her family or whatever, you know, the whole situation with her dad is there in the third. So they don't break up. They decide they're going to work it out yet again. And I do think they really are a cute couple. But they need to get this shit together, because ain't nobody got time for this soap opera bullshit with them. Moving on. Karen has a conversation with Brittany about her dad possibly getting out of jail early. Victoria Gotti and the rest of the Gottis have something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they have a lot to say about the issue, about him possibly getting released early, this, that, and the third. And, you know, Karen is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, their father needs to take responsibility for their actions, too, and stop putting my father, you know, putting the blame all on my father, this, that, and the third. That's pretty much the synopsis of that conversation. Moving on from that, what else happened? Drita, she met with a publisher. I mean, not a publisher, an agent about her book. She don't care about what Lee thinks or whatever. I don't care neither. Moving on. What else happened? Big Angie's 55th birthday or whatever, and she was like, you know, she's gonna have a good time, and you know, after the shit that happened with her husband, she didn't invite him or whatever. I was like, you didn't invite your own husband to your own birthday party? Like, that's some cruddy ass shit. Like, regardless of the fact that y'all having y'all issues or whatever, for you not to invite him to your birthday party, that's some real cruddy ass shit. And she probably looking back on this shit like, damn, that was kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucked up the opportunity to have my husband there with me on my 55th birthday with my family and friends. But anyways, I mean, whatever. Moving on. All the girls show up. Drita comes in. I've been noticing Drita is the last one to come to a lot of shit. Like, as if she trying to make make some kind of appearance or something. I'm like, girl. But anyways, she's standing with Big Ange or whatever. Well, no, she comes in, and she's all like, "Hi, how you doing?" And being all fake and shit. She goes over to Karen and Renee and kisses them on the cheek or whatever, and Renee, she really had, Karen was a little bit more warm about it. Renee was kind of like, yeah, bitch, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Renee definitely was over it. Like, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? She was like, this is a nice, area, this, that, and the third. I was just like, Drita. Like, I understand you trying to keep the peace because this is Ange's birthday, but all that extra, you ain't have to do all that extra shit. You could have just been like, hey, how y'all doing? And went back over there with Ange. Or, matter of fact, you ain't even had to say shit at all. But moving on from that, Marissa, well, old girl Brittany is, she kept on asking Carla, is she going to talk to Drita, this, that, and the third, or whatever. I'm starting not to like Brittany. We going to get to that in a minute. Marissa, she decides to go over to ask Drita about Drita snubbing her that one time that they saw each other and everything. And, as soon as Marissa comes up, Drita actually brings it up because yet again, Big Ange done said some shit. She was like, Ange told me that, you thought I snubbed you, like, when we first met or whatever. And, Marissa was like, yeah, because, she explained, of course, the situation, like, when, my boyfriend or whatever, when he introduced me to you or whatever, you was just kind of like, and she was like, Drita, she owned up to it. She was like, I'm gonna be honest, yeah, I did, because I honestly thought you was there with somebody else, somebody that me and Lee didn't like or whatever. And she was like, I fucking hated that kid, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that's who you were with or whatever. And she was like, that Marissa's boyfriend, I think his name is O or whatever, that, they were close growing up and she cares about him, so she would never purposely, like, try to hurt somebody that, Now, I don't know if I believe Drita's excuse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fully convinced. Marissa is not fully convinced neither. She's not convinced that if, Drita's explanation is sincere or not neither, but, because it's like, because she was like, I'm not the type of person to snub anybody or whatever, this, that, and the third. I was like, you've been snubbing Carla this whole fucking season. Including last season when she made a cameo appearance of this. What the fuck is she talking about? You ain't been snubbing the motherfuckers. Girl, alright. alright, Drita. Alright. Anyways, but as soon as Marissa comes back, Brittany takes her happy ass over to Drita and Ange. And, yeah. She takes her happy ass over to where Drita and Ange is at, and they talking, and Marissa was like, is it me, or is, like, Brittany, like, that girl's a fucking flip-flopper? Because, she brought up the fact that she was talking shit about Drita before she even met Drita. Y'all remember when they was in the Hamptons, and she stuck her nose in they fucking conversation about Drita or whatever, and she didn't even know Drita. Now she hanging with her, this, that, and the third, all up her motherfucking ass. Which, yeah, Brittany, yeah, she looking like a mad flip-flopper right now, and I ain't feeling that shit neither. No. Because you was talking shit about Drita at first, and now you seem like you was team KG. Did I say it right? Is that Karen? Yeah, that's Karen's initials. KG, as Marissa said. Now you all up on, under Drita's ass and everything. But anyways, what else happened? Somebody called Karen, had made a snide comment about Karen's dad, saying your dad's a rat or whatever. Karen turns the fuck around. She was like, what the fuck you say? What the fuck you say about my father? Like, she was like, I don't give a fuck what he is. You don't say no shit like that or whatever. She was all up in that nigga face or whatever. Like, Karen, I believe Karen really would have fucked him up if it wasn't for Ange's like Karen. And I'm not too crazy about Karen or whatever, but I believe Karen probably would have fucked him up if it wasn't for Ange. But I liked how Ange did. Well, before we say that or whatever, the nigga was on hush mode. Like, she kept on repeating herself and repeating herself. He was like, I didn't say that, whatever. And he was on hush mode, and then he finally wanted to sit up here and talk about how you know I was even talking about your father. That's when Brittany stepped the fuck up and was like, oh, so you talking about my father? Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that's when Ange, she was like, she's known this guy since, they were young. But she was like, that's not right how he sat up here and tried to come at Karen. So he got somebody to escort him out or whatever, because she won't have that. And I really think that was really cool of Ange to do or whatever, because yeah, that was fucked up. Like, why is you starting controversy at her motherfucking party? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, they get back to the party. Drita says that she's not going to confront Carla or whatever after, because the drama just died down. I honestly don't know if Drita would have said shit to Carla. Maybe she would have, maybe she wouldn't have. You never know with Drita. Anyways, moving on. It's a scene with Ange, Marissa, and what's her name? Carla. They talking about how like, once again, how Marissa is a flip flopper, this, that, and the third, and how Carla, she feels bad for Marissa. I mean, not Marissa. She feels bad for Brittany because like, she was like, if you think you and Drita are gonna be like that, I feel sorry for you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they just a lot of shade being thrown, and she over it or whatever. And Marissa was saying how Drita's gonna take the weakest link or whatever, and like pretty much mind fuck her or whatever, I guess you could say. But yeah, moving on from that, the last scene was the OGs meeting up in some warehouse or whatever, all dressed up like they about to go to a motherfucking club. For one, if we meeting up in a warehouse like we are part of the motherfucking mafia, I'm coming in a hoodie and Timbs. Fuck that. They want to come up in there all cute and shit, like some shit might not go down. But anyways, that was pretty much the episode, because they didn't get into the whole conversation or whatever. They gonna save that for next week. And from the looks of the previews, it doesn't seem like anything has gotten resolved. So you guys let me know how you feel about it. I probably won't upload this shit until I wake up. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys come back, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.